If the Lions go 12-4, I'm sending this tape into ESPN.
Welcome to Champs, baby. We don't win in the specific years that I want us to win. Let's go! Let's go! I was big on them in so much Champs. Because he's not the better player. Watch them play football.
Oh my God! You watched the highlights? Did you watch Johnny Manziel's highlights when he? Whoa, guys! Look at me! I'm gonna go throw the ball.
If Stidham outperforms Newton, Stidham's gonna start. That's all you have. How are you gonna win the division with that? How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the weekly NFL recap episode of the Nosebleeds podcast. We're back here with a full recap of Week 15. A lot of action to talk about, including our good old Patriots getting out of the playoffs this week. We'll dive into it later here in the show. But a lot of other games to talk about as we inch closer and closer to the start of the NFL playoffs.
All right.
My name is Nick Antonakis, and I'm lucky to be joined by the usual cast. We got Chandler Batts and Stuart Brooks back here for another episode. How you guys doing?
Hey Nick, what's your middle name for the viewers last time?
It's Peter.
Yeah, there we go. It's Peter.
Really?
Yeah.
I know, it's big
I had no
news.
idea.
All right. Anyway, let's just dive into it. Let's not waste any more time.
Yeah,
First game. You
Yeah,
guys
we're
ready?
we're done.
They're ready.
And that's the episode. Thanks, everybody, so much for. All right.
All right. No. Let's. All right. Yeah.
All right. Chargers versus Raiders. That's our first game here. Thursday Night Football. The Chargers
Oh,
win.
actually, I watched this. This was an exciting game.
Oregon quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
Marcus
very good.
Mariota was in there. He was kind of good. He had a
He was
couple of
very
really
good.
bad throws. But other than that, he was all right, I guess. They're paying a lot of money to be the backup. I think $19 million. So that's kind of
Something like that. Yeah.
So I don't know if Carr is going to be healthy, but maybe Mariota plays well, and there's a little bit.
I think Mariota is playing next week. Or this week.
I don't think he's ever going to be better than Carr, but it's not. I wouldn't put it past Gruden to be like, oh, it's an open competition if Mariota plays
Hey man,
well.
Mariota's my man.
Last 3 weeks, these last 2 weeks. I guess that basically locks up Rookie of the Year for Justin Herbert, though. Nick, you good?
What this
No,
last
it
game?
just made a weird noise, the computer, but now it's
All right, I guess we're good then.
I still
Herbert,
think Justin Herbert's the Rookie of the Year favorite.
yeah, but like if there was any chance of Justin Jefferson or James Robinson,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
James
it's
Robinson
at this
didn't even
point.
get a Pro Bowl nod, which is
that was ridiculous.
That was
Yeah.
ridiculous that Josh
should've-
Jacobs got it ahead of him.
Yeah, I
Terrible.
mean Chubb has played really good, except that he has missed 5 or 6 games, so I don't understand. Robinson literally
the big
leads.
problem was Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
James Robinson's done
The
better.
troll
with his
himself.
offensive line.
well,
It's a
all right,
popularity contest.
it is.
Just like how
Um,
J.C. Jackson's probably going to get an All-Pro.
All
nod.
Pro, but he won't get the
Not
Pro
Pro
Bowl.
Bowl.
Ridiculous. And
Alright.
didn't Gilmore make the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Yeah,
out for
he's
the
not
season.
playing,
Yeah.
but
well,
we'll get into the Patriots a little bit later. But yeah,
Right.
Raiders,
Well, the
they're
Raiders,
technically, they're statistically
Yeah.
not out yet, but they
But
should be.
they're done.
They're not getting it.
Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah.
They're dead.
They play, I think, Denver week 17. They play this week. They play the Dolphins, so they'll probably lose to the Dolphins and beat Denver.
They're
So
going to be. They're washed.
what a weird team.
8-8. Hey, I remember me specifically picking them to be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year, so they surpassed my
I think I
expectations
had them.
by
Did I
great.
have them in the playoffs? I might have had them just missing.
We thought the AFC
No,
was
you
gonna
had
be a
you
lot
had the
worse than it
Chargers in the
was.
playoffs.
I did have the Chargers, but I think I also had the Raiders.
Maybe
I had the Raiders.
No,
going 4 and
there's
12.
no way I had both. There's no way I had both.
I don't know. We had Denver. Almost all of us had
Yeah,
Denver in the
as the
playoffs.
5th
Yeah.
seed. Actually, I remember watching. That's
Yeah.
horrendous.
We thought that the AFC was going to be way worse than it was.
Yeah.
We not-
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm happy with it. The AFC's been good, and yeah, it's been fun to watch. Anyway,
Right.
now the next game we got here are fellow division rivals. This one hurt a little bit. The Bills winning their game against the Broncos 48-19, clinching the
Saturday
AFC
game.
East. First time in over 10 years. I think it was 12 years, actually.
More than 10 years. It was like 1997.
1995 is the last time they won the
Five.
division.
Oh, I thought you meant the last time the Patriots didn't win. That was 2008. But
Yes.
yeah. Either way,
Yeah.
the Patriots are not the division champs. And the Bills finally get it done. So they're not behind the Colts anymore.
I didn't watch this game at all. What even happened? I know that the
I
Bills
I don't know,
won
but
48
I thought it was a
19.
massacre. Josh Allen popped off.
Actually, pretty good quarterback.
We'll get to Russell Wilson, but Josh Allen's got to be third in the MVP race now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind, Rodgers and Mahomes. That sucks. That's tough.
Drew Lock went back to not being very good.
Yeah. Well, he's probably career
Drew
backup.
Lock did all right.
He threw for 132 yards.
That is terrible.
Oh,
On
no.
32 attempts too.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Melvin Gordon had a good game. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, but
And I
yeah.
benched him. Great.
Nice.
let's go.
Yeah. Well,
Josh Allen had 2 throwing touchdowns.
Congrats to
and a
Bills
rush.
Mafia. This means that they might rest.
Bills Mafia.
They might rest week 17 now.
No, I think they're going for the 2 seed now.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. Yeah, they just
We got
Unless-
our boys.
Unless
Juju
if Pittsburgh
and Big
loses,
Ben.
if Pittsburgh loses this week, then I think Buffalo clinches, and Buffalo wins this week. Then I think Buffalo clinches too. So then they can rest.
Yeah.
Technically, they couldn't they still also be 1 if they?
They could, yeah.
But the Chiefs are
If the Chiefs
they're
lose
playing,
out,
They're playing the Chargers and the Falcons, so I don't think
Yeah.
they're going to lose those games. But yeah, so
that's tough.
yeah. Well,
I mean, not really, but
I'm you never want. I guess I hate the Bills the least out of the division teams, but I still don't want them to do good. So
Yeah.
I hate
they
the
lose
Dolphins
the
the most.
I think I hate the Jets the
Most?
most.
I hate the Jets the most.
Yeah, the Jets.
Really?
Spy
the Jets
game.
aren't good enough to
I
even
have
be
no
a threat,
I have no
honestly.
reason to hate the Dolphins. other
Yeah,
than
they
they're
never beat us in a
good.
big game, really.
Yeah, well, Miami Miracle, but that didn't matter.
Yeah, the
was
Jets beat
annoying.
us in 2010 in the fucking
Yeah, I know,
stupid
exactly.
ass
Oh yeah,
divisional.
yeah.
Nick wasn't even around then.
Spygate.
Nick wasn't a Patriots fan yet.
There was a
Oh,
stupid game
Spygate.
in 2013 where we got called on this bogus call on their game-winning kick in overtime. There was that stupid game where Matthew Slater accidentally told the ref that they wanted the ball.
Oh yeah.
Oh
And then
yeah.
Patrick threw the touchdown to Decker in overtime. That was the year that if we had just won one game, we started the year 10-0 and finished 12-4. If we had just won one more game, that we would have been the 1 seed and played that game against Denver at home.
And that
So-
would have been huge.
And then if we beat that team, then we probably would have beaten the Cam. So maybe, I don't know, but come on.
Oh yeah, that hurt.
So-
the
so,
most.
yeah, fuck
Well,
the Jets.
Broncos
Cam
game.
losing while Patriots uniforms are on the field is not a new thing.
Fuck the
Oh.
fuck the Jets. But anyway, we're talking about the Bills. So yeah, screw the Bills too, but screw them.
I'm
just a little
happy. I
less.
mean, I'm happy for the Bills. Honestly,
I'm
I
not
like.
happy for. I'm not
I
happy
like the
for-
Bills Mafia.
You cannot be a fan of Bills.
I mean, I like them the most out of all the other AFC teams.
They're my-
AFC
I like the
teams
Dolphins
besides
They're
the
my
Pats.
3 least favorite teams in the NFL. We
Really?
play them twice
No,
every year.
I
How am
hate
I
the
supposed to like
Broncos
them?
more. You can.
Well, but I don't
Broncos.
like
hate the
them.
Broncos.
I don't
Broncos-
like them. No,
Are you
the
teams-
team. I hate the Giants the most out of any team in the NFL.
Yeah,
That's
the
pretty
Giants.
easy.
I don't care anymore because we don't play them.
I'm never forgiving them.
I don't like the Giants.
Fuck
I
the
also hate the
Giants.
Colts and the Broncos and the Ravens.
Yeah,
particularly.
Broncos.
yeah. Fuck every team except the Cardinals and the Patriots.
I basically just hate every team in the
No,
AFC that's not the Pats.
We hate the Cardinals too.
No, we don't.
I don't have a particular opinion on them.
Well, actually, I used to
I
like
liked them before they got
Comedy, too.
Tyler also.
Anyway.
Carson Palmer.
But
Yeah.
it flips, man. All right, next
All right.
game.
Packers versus Panthers. Packers get the W, 24-16.
This is the most
They're-
unconvincing win of all time.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, they always do
Packers
it against the bad
scored
teams.
Panthers
three
are just
straight-
good against the
The,
spread.
the Packers scored 3 straight touchdowns to start the game. They looked amazing. They were just kicking their ass. And then they scored 3 points the rest of the entire game. Rodgers had only 143 passing yards. I know this because I started him this week.
Yeah, me
Completely
too.
disappeared. I don't know what happened to the
Yeah, I remember during the NBA episode, you actually were cheering for him to throw more.
the Packers. The NFC is so open. I'm gonna get to this more when we get into more of the teams, but like all these teams are flawed.
Every
Packers
single team in the
Can't score in the second half. The Saints, are limited on the offensive end. The Rams just lost to the fucking Jets. The Seahawks, the defense is still questionable. The Bucs, we don't know about them. The Cardinals, literally, there's no like overwhelming favorite. This is gonna be one of the worst years for like contenders.
If
Every
the
team in the
Chiefs, if the
NFC
Chiefs
could-
somehow lose, then it's going to be all hell breaks loose. We don't know who the
Yeah.
heck's going to win.
Yeah, there's no prohibitive favorites still in the NFC. I mean, for a while I was thinking it was New Orleans, but now I don't think so. Maybe it's Green
Yeah.
Bay, but they didn't look that good. So like, and then the Rams lost. Like, who is it? Could Seattle
I
somehow
don't- I
overcome this
don't
terrible
know.
defense and just outscore everyone? I don't know.
until they get blown
The
out. by the
Bucks, as long as the Bucks don't play the Saints, who knows?
Whoever gets there to the Super Bowl.
Washington football team sneaking in
Hey, I'm
Super
all
Bowl.
big
Wait,
football
no
team
way.
guy. Big football team guy.
That's funny.
Oh,
All right.
Chandler would celebrate
Yeah.
to
And
the
also
roof.
the Panthers, they're building
Yeah.
something. They're building a future, but unfortunately they took the L.
Hey, if the Bears somehow make the playoffs and the
They
Bucs
could.
play them first
The
round,
Bears. They could.
That was an ad.
that would be bad.
If the Bears if the Bears win out,
They can make it. They just
No,
won.
they need the Cardinals to lose the game.
I forgot about the Cardinals.
The Cardinals play this week. They play the 49ers this week, and the next week they play the Rams.
The Rams,
so
yeah.
they need to. It's going to come down to it between the NFC West teams.
That'll be a good game. The
Seahawks and the Rams.
Well, but also
chances to.
If the Packers are still going for one, they have the Packers and the Bears and the Packers in the last week.
But now that New Orleans lost again, they're 10-4 now.
It might not be as hard to get if they just win this week.
Who has head-to-head? Who has strength of schedule?
The Packers beat them earlier this year.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah, there's a tiebreaker. So the Packers might, we'll see if the Trubisky gets in. Yeah. Well, the Packers play who this week? They play the Titans.
They play the Titans. Yeah,
that's a good game.
That's gonna be a really good game.
If they win that game, then they clinch one. So
yeah,
W. Well, it'll be interesting to see. Next, we got the Colts and the Texans. Colts getting a W, 27-20.
Didn't Deshaun fumble in like the same fashion as he did 2 weeks ago at the end of the game?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I would still like to pioneer the free Deshaun Watson chant.
Maybe he should be on the Colts.
373 yards, 2 touchdowns. What else can this man do?
He had 398 total yards compared to the rest of his team, not including him, 40 something, 50, basically 50.
Oh, and meanwhile, Phillip Rivers keeps stepping up to the plate. This dude, I mean, we really thought. I mean, when I made my prediction at the start of the year, I was like,
manager.
Yeah, and Jonathan Taylor's doing his thing.
He works
Frank
really
Reich
well.
is just a great coach.
I know.
Yeah,
they didn't even have that many weapons, so you got to give him a
T.Y. Hilton coming back has been really.
That was big.
Yeah,
that was big.
And Zach Pascal has been playing really well, and Michael Pittman's a pretty good deep threat.
Yeah, and they have the running game too. So
Jonathan Taylor was awesome.
It's all going to come down to Phillip in these playoffs. But the Titans do have this tiebreaker. So, but you need to. Both these teams are playing huge games. Titans and Colts. The Colts play the Steelers, and the Titans play.
That could be a future
Packers.
playoff round matchup.
So these are two.
Could be.
It could be, yeah. So these two teams are really. It's very important. The Colts have to finish a game better than the Titans because the Titans have the tiebreaker for the division. Because the Colts lost week 1 to fucking Jacksonville, so they have that. How did that even happen? We'll get to Jacksonville and the Jets and stuff, but. That's crazy. The Colts could really be I think if they had won against Jacksonville, they'd be potentially a shot for 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah.
It's going to be an interesting stretch. I like the Colts going into the playoffs. I mean, we'll get into the Steelers a little bit later.
They still look pretty good.
They're peaking at the right time.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. And yeah, obviously they still have that really good defense that we saw in the beginning of the year, especially. But it'll be interesting. Speaking of the Titans, we have them up next versus the Lions, beating the Lions 46-25.
Oh, man.
Derrick Henry committed manslaughter again, and I was actually watching it this time.
Yeah. He will probably be Offensive Player of the Year, actually.
You know what? I'm gonna disagree with that. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Travis Kelce.
Oh, right. He is leading the league in receiving yards.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
and receptions.
We'll see what happens. I mean, if Henry was to have another 200-yard, 3-touchdown game or something. But
my fantasy team would not be opposed.
I would not put it past them. Who do they play in Week 17? Do they play Houston?
Do they play
the Titans? I'll look right now.
They either play Jacksonville or Houston, obviously.
They play Houston.
Texans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch out. And they're going to want to probably play for something. So we'll see if Derrick Henry goes off. But yeah. But then, as we've said, the Chiefs play the Chargers and Falcons, so it might be time for Travis Kelce to rack up some yards.
Yeah,
and obviously Dalvin Cook may still potentially be in the mix, depending on what happens. But
well, unless if they rest him the last week of the season.
Right. The Lions.
I doubt it.
The Lions.
Why not? Why would they not rest?
The Lions'
Kelce?
defense sucks.
Because they want to win football games. They want to be rolling.
They really want to go 15-1.
They'll probably just. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw. No, they'll probably play Mahomes just because they don't. I think Andy Reid is smart and he knows that you don't. It always happens. You don't rest the starter for 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, Rodgers. They're not gonna rest.
It would be different if it was if they didn't have a bye week.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
No, they don't want to. If they did, I'm sure they would. But no, we already saw every time. Literally, nobody learns from this. It always happens. You rest the quarterback, and then they just look so shaky the next week.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
It happened with Breeze too, back in 2018, I think. Yeah, when they played the Eagles in the divisional. But yeah,
hope he doesn't get sacked though.
Who?
It's going to be the big thing.
Who?
Quarterback, whoever it is.
Well,
just doesn't get hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll. I would just I would expect them to play him at least some snaps.
Yeah.
So that could impact Kelsey's production.
Well, Titans, they look good as ever going into the playoffs. Hopefully, I mean, yeah, they're going to be in anyway.
This is that conversation had nothing to do with the game.
Yeah. I know. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to say about the Titans. The Lions, they just suck. So.
Oh yeah, what are they? 4-5 and 9 now?
Something like that.
Wait.
12
no,
and 4,
they
right,
can't go
Chris?
Yeah, I know. Poor Chris. We just roast him every day.
Who do they play? Who do they play this week? They play the
Bucs.
Oh,
If only they were
that game.
4 and 10 right now, that would be even better because then they could go 4 and 12.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, Bears
Stafford.
Vikings, the one game we disagreed on this week. Chandler got it
David
right.
Montgomery.
Dude.
He's a motherfucking monster. I'm not sure what happened.
33,
I guess they just
27.
weren't coaching him well or something. Like they weren't utilizing him well
Moxie
because
Mitch.
he is an absolute beast. But like you can't deny that in the first half of the season he looked terrible.
Oh, he was horrible. Yeah,
It's
they
like
were winning
something
in
happened.
spite of him.
Yeah.
Now they're winning because Hollywood Mitch.
Trubisky
David
still
Montgomery.
almost choked the game all the way.
RB
though.
RB one in the last 5 weeks.
They were
I don't know
up
if I really
3.
want him anymore.
They were up 3 with the ball about 8 yards out, and he threw a fucking interception.
Yeah, that was
So,
terrible. I was
like,
I
he
was so
almost-
nervous. I was like,
he
oh, come
almost
on.
cost them the game.
Come on.
But luckily, Kirk Cousins out Trubisky.
There we
He
go.
messed
Oh
up.
my God.
He earlier in the game he had an open Justin Jefferson in the end zone. He didn't see him, and then it was heard.
I just want to
audibly.
say
Justin
that-
Jefferson was heard audibly saying, "Fuck Kirk, throw the
yeah,
ball."
that was so funny.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck Kirk, throw the damn ball.
He was pissed. I mean,
And Kirk every second, he was like, "Oh heck."
yeah,
That's
He's
all
like,
he
darn,
says.
darn.
freaking heck. Yeah.
Frick. Oh,
I just want to
so
say
cringy.
that
Dang
the
gummit.
Bears have so many weapons, and
They're not
Darnell
gonna
Mooney
have
is
to
so
this
good
year.
at football.
Dak
Darnell Mooney is
season?
so good at football.
Robinson, bye.
Dak season.
Then what are they?
Yo, imagine if the Bears keep
Cole Kmet has
everything-
been very good.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
He was
Yes.
the first.
Nice job,
tight end
Pats.
picked.
Great job, Pats.
We,
Bears
we
had
wouldn't have won. We
almost
wouldn't have
everything except for a quarterback. And
Yeah,
Wait,
coaching.
we wouldn't have wanted him? Why?
won because we needed.
We have
Well,
nothing.
He
For
was a
We have
second
zero
round
tight
pick.
end.
He was a
tight end.
second round pick.
Yeah,
Izzo was not-
Belichick doesn't draft players.
He was
that
like
high
the
that it's their position.
47th. He was like the 47th pick. It was like we could have had Duggar. Like we could have had more better picks than Cole Kmet. He's good, but he's not clearing away the best tight end from that draft.
Right.
Oh, Alberto.
Maybe.
Alberto.
He's pretty-
We should have fucking picked Alberto. We should trade for him.
Dalton
this offseason.
Keene has 2 catches, and Asiasi, who was picked higher, if I'm not
No,
mistaken.
he almost. Wait, no, that wasn't this game, was it?
Dalton Keene,
where
he almost
Cam
had
shot it
Odell Beckham.
downfield?
He almost had the Odell Beckham catch.
Yeah. Was that?
That
this
was
game?
this game. That was this week.
Okay, we'll get to it, but
Yeah. As Asiasi
that-
has 0 catches.
Darnell Mooney is really good at football.
At least his hair looks good.
yeah. I mean, the Bears, even though they look okay right now, they're literally screwed next year because
The Bears.
Mitch, they will most likely not re-sign.
Hey,
Robinson,
we'll take Mitch up
They might.
here. We'll take Mitch
They
up
might.
in
They
New
might
England.
resign him if they make
Give
the
me
playoffs.
Mitch.
Maybe actually, yeah.
I also-
maybe
but they don't
Mitch.
have any picks.
Robinson's gonna be gone.
Yeah, they don't have any picks, and they're tied down on the cap because of all the money in the defense, which
Yeah.
isn't like the wrong
Okay, I also
move,
want to
but-
say that as bad as the Raiders have looked at sometimes, I'm going to go out and say that the Raiders did win that Khalil Mack trade. Because the Bears haven't really done that much with Khalil Mack. They made the playoffs
Yeah.
once, and they traded 2 first-round picks, and
Yeah, but
the
if-
Bears signed Khalil Mack
if
to
the
a
Bears hadn't have
$141 million.
Okay, but
I mean,
he's
Mack's
extremely
good, but he
and-
has been a game
I'm not saying he's
changer.
not. I'm not saying he's not good, but,
What-
the Vikings.
what-
how
what-
good
what-
would the Raiders be if they kept him?
If
How
they-
good would the
if-
Bears be
look,
if they kept
they
their
would have
picks?
easily
Much
they would have
better.
easily won that trade if the Bears had just picked like Mahomes or Watson. That's
But
facts.
yeah, that's like
'Cause-
I don't know. That's like saying
It's
um,
equal value, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
but like if the Bears
would have won that
if the
trade
Bears
they
don't
picked
make that
Jason
trade,
Tatum.
if the Bears don't make that trade, how much better are they though? They're not any better.
Yeah. Well,
So-
the Bears are I think both teams benefited, but
Technically, the Raiders got
long
maybe
term,
actually more
Raiders are
value.
gonna win. Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't think it really would have made a huge difference.
but they didn't have to pay the money, and that's the really big thing for them.
Yeah. Anyway, that basically seals it for the Vikings. Even though
Yeah.
I don't think they're statistically out, but it's pretty
They're
much
dead
done.
pretty
The,
much.
the Cardinals would have
Oh,
to
one
lose
more
out.
thing. Khalil Mack trade freed up room for Trent Brown. So that was the other big thing for the
Yeah.
Raiders.
Oh, true. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, next game we got our boys, the Washington football team, taking on the Seahawks.
They almost actually.
And
Seahawks
they almost
barely
won. They
beat them
almost
20 to
won this
15.
game. Russ is terrible, guys. Russ is awful.
He just completely disappeared in the last 6 weeks or so. I don't know what the heck happened.
I also want to say, I want to give a little speech about the football team right now.
They almost won. If Alex Smith had played, they would have won.
To Dwayne Haskins.
He sucks.
Oh no!
For going out to the booty club.
Yeah.
My guy went out to the strip club you started on Sunday, out to the strip club on Monday, starting again on next Sunday.
He started.
Dwayne Haskins.
James Harden.
I heard that
James Harden 2.0.
They removed him as captain.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Fined him $40,000 and still gave him first team reps. What a guy.
Well, who else is going to play?
The booty bandit, Dwayne
Kyle Allen is still injured, and
Blake
Alex
Bortles.
Smith is still out.
Blake Bortles.
They are screwed. No, they're not screwed, but
he's still on the Broncos.
Yeah, he is.
Why? They have 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, none of them were healthy for 1 week, so they might as well keep 4 more.
Yeah,
Dwayne Haskins is
Washington needs to be careful, though.
In football.
Washington,
they could blow it. They could.
I don't.
They gotta
think
win
that they will. They have to win one. They play Carolina this week, and then they play. I think they play no, they don't play the Eagles. They play the
football team or the Seahawks.
Football team.
I'll look right now.
They have the Panthers.
The Eagles. They do play the Eagles.
Oh, they do play the Eagles. I thought they already played them twice.
That would be a pretty big game if the Eagles can win next week.
They play the Cowboys. The Eagles. So it's still up for grabs.
That's gonna be a really good game this week.
Honestly, any team could win the division right
boys?
now. Probably not Dallas, but any team could win.
We them boys? Never underestimate the boys.
They have a 3% chance of winning.
If Dallas wins out, I guess
they can't do it themselves. They need some.
They're not statistically eliminated if they win out and then Washington loses.
They're still only one game behind Washington right now. They're 5-9, and Washington.
Well, they're also going to need the Giants to lose games.
Wait, are the Eagles out?
No one's out.
No one's out.
How? What's the Eagles record?
They're 4-9-1. Oh wait, yeah, no. If the Eagles are to win out,
they're 6-9-1.
Yeah.
Oh, because they have one less loss.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very confusing and very stupid.
I know. What?
Technically in.
Hey, that would be great if we get a 6-9-1 team in the playoffs.
It'd be great if we got
even better, a 6-10 team in the playoffs.
Yeah. Football team. Come on through, football team. 6-10, 6-10, and then beat the Rams. Win
actually isn't even looking that good anymore because of how much the Steelers have
makes the Super Bowl. Chase Young injures Patrick Mahomes in the first play, and then they win the Super Bowl. And then Chase Young is the MVP.
Because of the injury. All right, what's next?
Exactly.
Checker's not. Oh, I just messed up the same.
It's okay. Man.
Checker's not chess.
Oh, next game.
You've been watching the Queen's Gambit.
Guys.
The Patriots?
Patriots versus Dolphins.
This is hilarious to me.
This is not hilarious.
I'm sick of the bullshit.
Devontae Parker was.
If another Patriot fan says, "Oh, don't worry, guys. We should bring Cam back next season.
Guys,
he just needs
weapons.
That's what
everyone's saying.
He's ass. What is going on here?
Dude, I've literally on Gillette Nation, I've just been so mad over these past couple of days. People have been commenting all right, Stidham needs to go in. And then I've been like, blah, blah, blah. And then people have been like, no, are you kidding me? Cam has 0 weapons around him. And I'm like, look, I've never played football, and I will make better decisions than Cam Newton has. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. How can you be defending him at this point? And Cam made that post on his Instagram, and then the Patriots reposted it. He's like, I want to be part of the solution.
Please, the big problem is, he's like I have grown to like him as a person because he clearly cares a lot about football. Like
he's a shit.
He's a nice guy. Like, he's like, I am the problem. He's not like deflecting. He's like, I am the problem.
Okay, but he has too much beef.
Please fix it.
Even focus on the game.
Like screaming, I want you to do well. Please just do well. And then
this is him.
Because he can't throw it more than 15 yards.
It'll be like 10 yards downfield. He'll just be like, fucking.
He throws it into the ground.
He just whips it. He's just like, and it goes like 8 yards.
It barely goes anywhere.
And then Demir Bird is just like wide open. He's just like, 10, 15 yards over his head. And like, what is he, 10
This was exactly like Nick Foles and Darnell Mooney for the Bears. This is the exact same thing.
And no Damian Harris this week. Michelle looked adequate, I guess.
Fine.
Nick Foles, team MVP, though. Let's give him credit.
Nick Foles.
And Jake Bailey. A Pro Bowler.
Yeah, how did Nick Folk not make the fucking Pro Bowl?
I know. He lost to Justin Tucker.
Is bullshit.
Well, what
That's
is
name
Tucker
Respect to
recognition.
kicking
Justin
to?
Tucker, but like, come on,
Nick
dude.
Folk's the GOAT.
Nick Foles,
He's literally
good job.
25 or 27 on the year. He hasn't missed a field goal in 25 attempts.
And he has
He's
all of
elite.
his, and he has all of our points left.
And he's literally the best player on his team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
He's team MVP. He carries our offense. 12 points. That was
He
all
is
of
the
our-
He had
Patriots.
all of our
couldn't get-
points.
Yeah.
And the
to
Dolphins didn't even play spectacular.
Yeah, they played like
We
shit
just-
in the first half.
They
Don't
had no
play
Mike
well.
Gesicki and no Devontae Parker, and there was one other. There are other good
Williams, I think, was
receiver.
out too.
Who?
Preston
Hakeem
Williams.
Grant was up.
Grant. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking of.
Jakeem
They
Grant. He's a
they
speedster.
had their top 3 receivers. One of them didn't even make a catch. 2 of their top 3 receivers were fucking college football quarterbacks last year. Lynn Bowden was the wide receiver / quarterback for Kentucky, and Malcolm Perry was the quarterback for Navy last year. And those were their number 1 and 2 receivers in this game. And then fucking Isaiah Ford. got
Isaiah
3
Ford had 3
for 18
catches.
yards.
That was his,
Oh my god!
He's on his
How do
revenge
you lose
tour.
to that?
he sucked.
It's not
Tua
his
didn't
revenge
play
tour.
that
He was
good.
like, screw
Tua
this.
threw a
Patriots-
terrible
They just
pick in the
ran.
end zone.
They just
Yep.
ran.
They just ran the ball with that dude
It's-
Ahmad.
Statistically,
Ahmed,
Newton didn't even
Ahmed.
play
And Matt
that
Breda.
bad of a game. He threw 209 yards, 17 for 27. We've seen much worse in the past.
But
Yeah.
he still
Like-
played that good. And he
yeah,
missed
no,
it,
he did
and he was
not. He
super
did not score a
unclutched.
single touchdown. He hasn't
Yeah.
scored a touchdown in like 2 games.
Yeah, he didn't score one. Who
Like,
did he play before the Rams?
He's only thrown
Oh,
5 touchdowns on the year. Stidham has thrown
2.
almost half of the touchdowns Newton has thrown, and he
You say
hasn't started
2.
a single game. He's
You just say 2,
participated.
Nick. It's
in
not,
2.
You don't have to make it that nuanced.
It's just, I can't. And
kinda
the
hard.
worst part, honestly, is even though we're out, I hope we lose out at this point. So I hope we start Newton because then we'll lose out.
That's
but,
what's
like,
gonna happen.
damn.
We are gonna lose to the Bills. Come on.
Good.
I,
Yeah, and
I
then
think we're gonna
hope
beat
we
the
lose
Jets.
to
Though.
the
I
Jets.
still think we're gonna beat the Jets.
I hope
so,
we lose
too.
to the Jets. I hope Joe
I
Flacco
hope we
comes
beat
into
the
the game
Jets.
and just absolutely destroys us. Just
I hope
throws
Darnold
25
goes for
dimes.
500 yards.
We'll beat the Jets. I just have a feeling.
I hope we don't.
No, I think
Because they beat the Rams. Why not go for 2 in a row? Just totally blow your chances on Trevor Lawrence.
They already did.
you're right. We'll get
Jags
to
aren't
that.
winning these next 2 weeks.
Jags
They're
are
so fucking bad.
Well,
But yeah. Rip Patriots.
I
Hey,
can't.
but let's just be optimistic. Hey, I mean, I
at
started
least
watching
we're
the
not gonna have to
Patriots.
go against Trevor Lawrence.
I started watching the Patriots in 2013, and every single season that I've watched
We've been
them,
good.
they've been. In 2018, they were 11-5. Every other year, they were at least 12-4. One year, they were 14-2, and I think 2017 they were 13-3. We've been 1 or 2, or one last year we were 3 in the AFC every single year. Every year, we're a playoff contender. I mean, a Super Bowl contender, really, except for last season. Win the division every year easily. We spank all the teams. You gotta. Eventually, it was going to come to an end, and obviously, it's because Brady left is the biggest aspect. But
Yeah.
it's too bad. And to be honest, I got to give Belichick credit at least for the season. Probably going to beat the Jets. Probably going to be 7-9. This roster,
It could have been so much
half of our
worse.
defense
Yeah.
off the
The actual,
offense
like,
is kind of
talent
terrible.
roster.
Belichick did a good job. I got to give him credit.
If we had like
And-
Anthony Lynn, I think we'd be 2-14.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, for
Imagine
sure.
a shitty coach with this offense. We'd be like the worst offense.
0-16.
History.
No,
Dude,
it wouldn't be
like,
0-16.
how do you work
We're not
around
that
it?
bad. The defense would win.
Imagine
at least
what if
2
we had
games.
Adam Gase? What if we had Adam Gase?
Can we not?
We'd
I
be
don't want to. I don't
0-16.
want to imagine that.
I don't want to
please.
think about that. I don't even want to think about
Anyway, I just want to say, obviously we've been super lucky as Patriots fans over these past 10 or somewhat, or 20 years technically. But
Yeah.
as long as we've all been alive, the Patriots have never been bad. Even when we've lost the division, we've still gone
that.
out
Even
with
when
a
we
bang.
had
were
Matt
11-5
Castle,
that
we
year.
were pretty good.
Yeah. It's just all good things come to an end. It's just at this point,
It's your fault.
Yeah, it's Nick's
I mean,
fault,
I
guys.
mean,
Sure,
think about
but
this.
at the
The
same
fucking
time-
first year we have our podcast.
Yeah,
we
and they suck.
Why
The
couldn't we
hell
have had a year, at least one, where we're like talking about the Patriots as being good?
Being good.
yeah.
Only year we were Patriots fans on this podcast is when they.
Well,
suck.
maybe we'll do an episode where we reflect on the past.
All right, let's do that. We'll do a Patriots
Yeah.
nostalgia episode.
Or
That
we
would be
just
fun.
Watch
Yeah.
old games. Reminisce about the good old
That would be
days.
fun.
We watched Steve Brogan hot no.
I don't know. I
Aaron Hernandez.
don't even hate this team that much. It's just like
It's just it's all your fault for having the Patriots.
we gotta make a bang this offseason, or
No, we're
else
not. We won't.
Bang! Corey Davis looked really good in that game against the
AJ Brown.
Lions. Against the Lions. I said Corey Davis.
Well, we couldn't have drafted him, could we?
We could have, but Corey Davis is going to be a free
he's going
agent.
into
Corey
free
Davis was
agency.
Oh, that's why we could have
Yeah.
for free agency. I thought because wasn't he like the 5th pick?
Yeah, he was. He was
Yeah.
the 5th pick out of West.
Wow.
It's a little
It was a
high,
huge-
but he's still
It
productive.
was a huge reach, and he has not lived up to it. But like
He's still
once
pretty
he got
damn
AJ
good,
Brown,
He's
he's
pretty
But
damn
see,
good.
I don't want that to be our one wide receiver signing. We need a big wide receiver.
To be
We're
completely
probably gonna
honest with you, I
draft
don't
him.
think receiver is our best. We need more.
Yeah, we need
much
a tight end more so, and
tight
a quarterback.
ends, a quarterback. We have
an
receivers
edge.
that can be productive. Jacoby
See,
Myers is
the
really
interesting thing, and I'm going to do my sagely NFL draft stuff. The interesting thing about
Draft
this
Kyle
year's
Pitts.
draft is we have no idea where anybody's going to go. I've seen mock drafts that
Except
have
for-
Kyle Pitts going 5, and then
Yeah.
mock drafts of him going
15.
23.
good. Especially
Yeah.
with us.
And
Same thing with Trey
we're-
Lance. Because I've seen
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
for him going as late as 17 now, but also as
yeah,
early as
exactly.
like 9.
And if he
so-
falls to us and Kyle Pitts isn't there, I think we
Take him.
kind of have to take him.
We got
Even
to.
though I think the two options that we have to go with, if we don't pick one of these two people, because one of them's probably going to be on the board, it's going to be Jalen Waddle out of Bama, who I think is the best wide receiver in this class, but he got hurt this year, so a lot of people have him at wide receiver.
Wait,
3.
who the hell is that really highly ranked receiver that's supposed to go like 5th?
Jamar Chase
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dolphins are
out of
going to get him.
LSU. He opted out this year, but he was the number 1 receiver ahead of Justin Jefferson at LSU last year.
Oh, I
He's
see. Okay.
ridiculous.
Wow.
Okay, so
But-
he's going to be high.
But maybe Devontae Smith might go ahead of him.
Yeah, that's what I was
the
thinking.
Heisman
Yeah.
favorite.
Because I saw that he was as high at high. The highest I saw him was at 5th
Yeah, he's
So,
crazy good. This is
it's a
a
good year
ridiculously strong
for
receiver.
offense in general.
We're gonna do an entire episode on what we each think
Oh,
the
yeah, we
Patriots
are.
should do over the offseason.
Oh,
That's
geez,
probably
I
gonna
don't
be
know. I
after playoffs.
Chandler can just talk about the college
I'll
stuff.
just do the
'cause I don't
draft.
watch
We'll
college
all do like
sports.
postseason, but I'll
Yeah.
just do the draft stuff.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
Yeah,
pick
pretty
a
much.
position, and I'll pick a player.
Long snapper.
We'll have a lot of stuff to break down for the Pats later in the year,
You're
but
the
I mean,
best
just
long
a brutal
snapper
way
in
to
the
go.
game.
I mean, honestly, I wasn't really expecting us to make the playoffs after last week we lost against the Rams.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I had already resigned to,
I mean,
to
nobody
not
was.
making it. Yeah.
I'd already resigned at the beginning of the season.
Actually, Nick was like, "Well, maybe we can make it. Who knows?"
Not
Come on,
last
guys,
week.
it's not mathematically
This is Nick.
impossible. We
This
need
is Nick.
the
You never
Raiders to
know.
lose 3 or 4 games.
No, the week before the Rams, I said if we win this week, we got a good chance.
and
but
we got curbed.
No, he didn't. If we had won this week, we still wouldn't have had a good chance.
Yeah.
Dude,
no,
even if we won
had
out, we
beaten
still
the
wouldn't have
Rams
had a good
and we won
chance.
this week.
No, he
we
meant
would've had a
if
good
we won
chance.
2 weeks ago. against
We
the
still
Rams.
would be on the outside.
Yeah, because the Ravens are looking really good. Speaking of the Ravens,
Speaking
Yeah.
of the Ravens,
there we go. Look, I'm really good at this.
Yep.
That's-
Ravens
yes.
versus Jaguars.
Not much to
They
say.
beat
This
the
is
Jaguars
Jaguars.
40-14.
Trevor
Jaguars
Lawrence
are
having to
playing-
You
do
have
ball.
gained Trevor
The
Lawrence.
Jaguars somehow
Congratulations.
beat the Packers and are still gonna fucking get Trevor Lawrence. Well done. Well
Packers.
done.
Big win. Tony Khan.
Yeah, the
you have
Jaguars. Or who did the
bought a
Jaguars beat?
franchise.
With
The Colts, whatever.
Still
Some
good.
good
And
team.
that might be keep him in America because there was a lot of rumors.
Nah,
going
they're probably
around
still
they're
gonna
gonna
go. London. Probably still. gonna
Really?
go
You
London.
think so?
Trevor Lawrence drinking tea across the pond.
They're not moving to fucking London. Are you kidding
Dude,
me?
Yo,
That's
their
been a
owner
rumor for a
owns
long
Wembley.
time.
Their owner owns Wembley.
Shad Khan. That would
Tony
be
Khan?
Shad Khan.
No, Tony Khan's his son. He also
Okay.
he's part
You
ownership.
got into a
He
Twitter.
also
you
owns-
got into a
he owns
Twitter
AEW,
fight with
that's how I
Yannick
know.
Ngakoue
Yeah, I
this
saw that.
season.
Dude,
That was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
if they move to London, that's a logistical nightmare.
I know.
Okay, they just
Hey,
move
that's
to
gonna.
Seattle or no Seattle.
Different time
Yeah,
zones.
Move to fucking I don't know Louisville or
City.
something. I don't know.
Move to Mexico City.
Literally, don't move to
No,
London. If they move to
no.
London, I'm gonna be fucking
Wait.
Dude, Mexico City has hella fans.
yeah. Mexico City would
Who
be
doesn't have a
Louisville.
team?
Well, Louisville basically has.
Let's go to Maine. The Maine Lobsters. That'd be stupid.
Maine
Hartford,
Red
maybe?
Claws.
Trevor
I don't know.
Lawrence throwing dimes up in Maine.
Trevor
the
Lawrence
Maine
taco.
Moose. Lobster.
Athens and Georgia. That would-
Oh,
But they already
man,
have
I
a
thought you were
win.
talking about.
Greece.
Imagine they just
But-
That would be even
NFL
worse
Oklahoma
because
City.
goes
they have to
Greek.
travel so far to play.
2 airplanes.
I
That
mean,
would suck.
I think that within
There's
the
no
next
fucking
10
way.
years,
Okay, maybe.
within the next 10 years, we're going to have both a conference realignment and at least 2 expansion teams. Probably only
Maybe.
2.
Change is
Right.
coming.
London.
Because
Wait,
we're
why are we
going to
getting
get a London
expansion
team and we're
teams?
going to get a
We're gonna move
Mexico
to
City
34. 32 is literally the perfect number. Why would somebody do that?
Team. Well, because
So
of money.
revenue.
Yeah.
It's
Earnings.
just no.
It is a business. It's a business after all.
Yeah.
I worked
well,
well there.
the idea. Thank you. That was good. 36 or 40 is the perfect number, but that we're not going to get to 40 for a long time. I think
No.
34
Next
is
year
gonna
we're
be the
gonna
next
add
step.
46 teams. Well,
Yeah, then
76.
we'll just get that's the only way Stidham's ever going to start a football game.
Nice.
Just because there'll be 70 starting quarterbacks in the NFL, and there'll probably still be 71.
Yeah, well, all right, what's the next game? Oh, we didn't even say anything. The Ravens kicked their ass. There's nothing really to say about
Yeah.
that.
I hope they make the playoffs.
J.K. Dobbin has awoken.
Let's go.
He's been playing well.
Gardner
Des Bryant caught a touchdown.
Yeah.
Gardner
Let's go.
Gardner Minshew, Jake.
Wait, and I thought he retired. Literally 2 weeks ago, we're like, well, he retired in the middle of the episode.
He was just getting.
Oh yeah,
angry.
He literally said he was retiring. Then he's like, oh yeah, you just caught a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm done with this.
All right. What's the
That
next
was
game?
hilarious.
Speaking actually of Patriots nostalgia, we saw a very nostalgic comeback for Tom Brady against the Falcons.
Oh my God! Literally the worst.
Hey,
thing for this
it brought
guy.
back
The world
good
is
memories,
finally getting
honestly.
back to normal.
He was
Tom
like
Brady
with his
has
head
come back from a
down, and then he
17-point
just
deficit.
won.
See, I could have
against the
won
Falcons.
if he just threw a fucking touchdown to Evans, but all right. But still, the Bucs were. I'm just like, really? They're about to lose to the fucking Falcons? They're about to miss the playoffs out here? Psych! Brady just came out of nowhere and he threw almost 400 yards in the second half alone. He was
When Brady puts his head down, scariest sight to see in sports.
Absolutely cooking.
The world,
Falcons
nature
are
is
terrible.
finally returning its course.
Why don't you just do that against the Titans, bro? Literally, Brady is like the most iconic career ever. Like, just some of his moments that he's had, from crazy comebacks to his last throw with the Patriots being a pick six. Like, imagine, imagine what the last throw of his career is going to be. Probably a 99-yard Hail Mary.
That's gonna get.
Or you know what?
I mean, the last season he plays is going to be like 2045. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Damn.
well,
He's going to be
the
playing.
Falcons suck.
His
the Bucs,
kid's going to be his running back.
So I was just thinking about this.
Oh,
is that
Benny?
the Saints. The Saints play who? The Saints play this week. They play the Vikings. So if they were
Week
somehow to
7.
lose their next
They
two
play the
games,
Panthers.
I guess Tampa Bay could, in theory, win the division. Now, this is unlikely, but it is possible still, technically, if the Buccaneers win out and the Saints lose out. But if the Saints, all the Saints need to do is win a game. The Bucs are going to win out. Though they have Detroit this week, and then they have Atlanta in Week 17. So
Also, AB is back.
yeah, they're hoping for the 5 seed. Because they do not want to play. They'd much rather play. Basically, 3 is probably going to be either
Washington
Seattle
football team. If they get 5.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You finished. Sorry.
Yeah, no. 3 is either going to be the Rams or the Seahawks, most likely.
Probably the Rams.
So, well, right now it's Seattle because they're a game ahead, and then
whoever wins this game,
they play this. Yeah. So I mean, to be honest, they'd probably rather
Seahawks
play
win,
Seattle.
they clinch. Seahawks win, they clinch.
Yeah, you're right, because they'll be 2 games up. But yeah, so they much rather play Washington and then probably play the 1 seed after that. So, and honestly, I mean, they did beat Green Bay pretty badly earlier in the season. I wouldn't put it past them to do it again. So, they have a route to make it to the NFC Championship. So we'll see.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. I hope they do, because I said that they were going to be good.
Yeah.
So,
Watch them lose to Washington.
Good. That would be great. Oh,
that would be so good.
Why do you hate Brady?
I don't hate Brady. I just
don't
love
hate
the
Brady.
football team.
I hate Gronk, and I
My
hate
love for the
Arians.
football
I want
team
to be like,
surpasses my love for
my
Tom
hard
Brady
attitude
right now.
was success. I was an absolute Brady, and now I've won.
Tom Brady is the root
I
of
hate
everything
Bruce
bad.
Arians.
And
Get ready for Brady to reach his 10th Super Bowl this year.
Oh,
damn.
Well, that would be. Oh, he's gonna
That's
get
LeBron-
clapped
that's
against the
LeBron
Chiefs.
shit.
Oh, then he comes
LeBron
back.
shit.
He comes back and defeats the Chiefs.
Imagine. I mean, at that point, I would just be happy for him. That would be insane.
I mean, if they make it to the Super Bowl, 100% going to root for them.
Of course.
No, same.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if they beat them,
The only team that I'm not rooting for them against is the football team because big up football.
Yeah. All right. Next team. What's the next game?
This one hurt too. Cowboys versus Niners. I should have picked We Dem Boys. And I had doubt in my boys.
The Cowboys are good because they didn't use Zeke, and he's terrible.
He's
so
awful.
I benched him this week.
Good idea.
This is why
I
you
started
don't
Tony
pay
Pollard.
running backs money. This is why you don't pay running backs money.
I can't. Okay, I said this to Nick. Derrick Henry has the most amazing contract maybe in sports.
Yeah.
$50 million for 4 years. That's $12.5 million. That's like a pretty standard, above standard salary. He's easily the best, not easily, but he is the best running back in the league. One of the most valuable players to his team.
Yeah, well,
and he's only making $12.5 million. Who?
Christian McCaffrey, but he's not playing.
He's not okay. So second best. And when it comes to just ground and pound, he's probably the best. Just McCaffrey has the receiving element too that puts him over. But I mean,
Zeke just sucks.
Zeke is on what, a $90 million, 5 years? Are you serious? He's literally ass. He's not even good. He's not even worth it. At least this season, he's not even worth giving any reps to.
Tony
He
Pollard's
does nothing.
legitimately
He's
just
overweight
as
and slow. Yeah.
How's he so good with Dak? Is because receiving back, obviously.
No, it's not even just because of Dak. It's because running backs have such a small shelf life.
Yeah, he's basically, and also
He was good at the beginning of the year.
He's hungry. Literally, he's been eating fucking baby back
on
ribs.
Thanksgiving.
That's
That's when he fell off.
He looks
big time.
way fatter than he used to be, and it's not even rude. He's much
I
heavier.
know. He wears the short shirt, and it just makes it even worse. He's just like out of nowhere.
He was a sensation when he got into the league. You know, people really liked him. I mean, maybe he still has some value. I'm sure he still has value, but you know,
I hate him.
I don't think
they can trade him for anything.
In his first year, I thought he was going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm not so sure about that anymore.
Dang.
Yeah. No.
He was an amazing. He was one of the best players in the league.
Dude, he carried me to a fantasy football championship that year.
Yeah.
As a rookie,
Dallas was 13-3 that
And now look, the year I drafted him, he's just just absolutely
Should have
terrible.
traded him, bro. Should have traded him. All right.
Yeah,
I almost did to Chandler for Josh Jacobs
I think this is.
Tyreek Hill.
I think this is.
Dude, you would have fleeced me twice, and you probably still wouldn't have made the finals.
The 49ers.
Oh.
The 49ers are out now. I think officially.
They're done.
Oh, and one of this
Beathard
bullshit. But they're actually starting Kittle. After all these weeks of him being out, he's actually playing, and now I'm not in the. I lost, so it doesn't matter. Well, it does. We got the third place game, but are you serious?
Win third place, it's fine. Anyway, what was I going to say? I heard these things that Kyle Shanahan was trying to pull like these tanking strategies by starting Mullins.
Maybe he's pretty bad.
A subtle way of tanking, like why?
I don't think
I saw something that Jimmy G it's looking more and more likely he gets cut this offseason.
He sucks.
His cap hit is only.
They have such a good roster. They have a great roster.
His dead cap is Shut up, Nick. Let me talk.
They're gonna draft.
His dead cap is only $2.5 million, and his contract is $28 million. That is earnings.
Rip
and
Jimmy G.
They can draft a quarterback. Jimmy G
Bill's
probably comes up to New England for like a $10 million contract.
No.
And guys, our worst nightmare is coming true.
Dude, Jimmy G is so
coming
much
back
better
to the Pats
than Cam.
I do think he's better than Cam.
He is, but I still don't want him. I want to draft a quarterback, guys.
I want to draft some weapons.
We have to get Jimmy G back? Really? The highest drafted quarterback by Bill Belichick ever was Jimmy G.
Dude,
we have to bring him back. The one guy, Jimmy G.
He's a beast.
He beat the Cardinals. Stallion, Jimmy G. We do not want you. Just Cam and Jimmy G move to Canada. Start playing for the CFL. We don't want you here.
All right.
Please, just
Nick's trying to kick all Italians out of America.
All right, next
Mr. Top Hat, Cam Newton, and the Italian Stallion.
Nick, what's
tear up the XFL alongside the Rock. Okay. Anyway, next game, Eagles versus Cardinals. A very good game.
Good game.
Jalen Hurts. Oh my God! But the Cardinals won 33-26.
He literally hurts. But I'm sorry.
Nah, there's a leave button at the bottom right of the screen.
I'm extremely hungry right now. But he looks amazing. Even though Donis claimed in the chat that he looks horrible because he had a lot of dropped interceptions. I'm like, all right, dude, get Wentz's dick out of your mouth. He sucks. Hurts is a fucking monster. I will admit that he does fumble a fucking shit ton. He has 7 fumbles already, which is just like unfathomable. I can't fucking say it. Unfathomably. Oh my God. It's extremely high, okay? It's really fucking high. Unfathomably high. There we go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
7 fumbles. I mean, Jesus. And he's lost a few of them too. But he looked really good, especially in the second half of that game. He's clearly regardless of talent level, his team is responding to him. They almost beat a good team. Props to him. I think he had 3 touchdowns. And then Kyler, I think maybe he's getting a little healthier. He threw that fucking touchdown to Hopkins that lost me the fucking fantasy.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. If he just
didn't do that, a dominant game.
He had 30
Larry
points,
Fitz got his touchdown.
Yeah, Larry. Yeah.
I'm here for
Cardinals.
Larry Fitz farewell tour with the Super
Looks like
Get him
the
a
Cardinals.
ring, please.
They're not going to win. They're not winning the Super Bowl. Their defense is not that good. The Cardinals are going to beat the 49ers.
Oh, Chandler liked our video. Thanks, Chandler.
And they're going to lose to the Rams next week. So
when did I like your video?
The Cardinals are going to be the 7th seed, and they're going to play New Orleans.
Oh, what? I just got the alert that you liked the video.
What
video? On the Instagram.
I'm ready, though. I'm ready for
the Nosebleeds one. I just got it.
I was not
do this right now, please.
Somebody hack my phone?
No, it just came in late. Who cares? It's one fucking like on YouTube video. We only get like 12
if
fucking
only-
views per video anyway. So who's watching this? Honestly,
Anyway,
Comment if you're
if
watching.
we're talking about if
you're watching this,
speaking of,
please comment.
please
We
let
need
us know you're
fucking-
real. Please.
We have 11 subscribers.
All right, anyway,
all right. The Cardinals are going to make the playoffs. They're going to be the 7th seed. I think they're going to play New Orleans. I'm ready for that.
if only all I can say is if only Jalen Hurts had that Cam Newton hand strength attribute, because then
That
he would
ability
be
to
elite.
hold the ball so hard.
Oh, we
that
never
it
even
goes
talked
to
about the fact that
ground.
Cam almost just like fumbled the game away in the first quarter.
Yeah, but
we got
yeah,
lucky
but
because
the color guy, he was like, oh man, guys, Cam has some real hand strength. Look at the way he holds the ball. Just holds it like a real pro. Just beautiful.
And he holds it so hard and hold it for so long that
He forgets to
bites the
throw.
ground.
or he
forgets
just
to
fumbles it like a
release the ball.
dumbass. All right.
Anyway, yeah.
Kyler Murray's
I mean,
really
the
good at
Eagles
football.
looked good in defeat. Jalen Hurts is definitely the situation. We'll get into Carson Wentz in the questions because we do have a question about him.
Shit.
But
There's an
yeah.
eraser on this thing?
Next game, Jets versus Rams. Rip Rams.
Oh yeah.
Jets
What
are
the fuck?
officially
How do you get
out of the race.
Sean
for Trevor
McVay?
Lawrence.
How do you
well, not
sell the
necessarily,
bag
but
so much?
Sean McVay is as
Maybe
we
he's a
know
Jaguars
is a he's a very smart offensive coach. How do you lose to the Jets, who are coached by Adam Gase, the worst coach
Dude,
in the NFL?
Jalen Ramsey was probably like, you know what, man?
I think
I feel
that
bad for
I
my old
honestly
team.
think
I
you
feel
think
he's
Jet-
still
oh,
Sean
Jaguars
Sean
Twitter.
Sean
Jaguars Twitter was going
funded Sean McVay. They wired him $3 million before the game, and he was like, "All right, we'll blow this."
I think I have some screenshots.
The only thing I
from
really have to
Jaguars
say
Twitter.
about the Rams is,
PayPal.
to be honest, it's not like the Jets' offense has like been like that bad at certain points this year. They put up points. They've scored on their first possession like 7 straight times, which is weird. But it was Jared Goff. He's horrible. He's ass. He's got what? Let me look at his numbers. He's got like he does not have a good touchdown interception ratio.
Okay, while Stuart looks that up, Jaguars Twitter was saying, shout out to Jalen Ramsey for doing the Jags a solid and letting the Jets win.
I looked at Jared
They were saying
Goff.
send
He
Frank
said
Gore to the
that?
Hall of Fame.
Oh my!
Not the actual Jaguars Twitter.
Oh,
like Jaguars
I was gonna say
fan.
that's
Well, no. The
ruthless.
mayor of Jacksonville said thank you to the Rams.
That's so funny.
The
yeah.
mayor, and was like thank you, and I was like, oh my
And
god.
then,
Imagine
and
Tony
then
Khan
Goff-
jumps
Jaguars
back on it. He's like,
Twitter
you know what?
is pushing for Frank Gore to get into the Hall of Fame. Not that he's not going to, but
Jared
of course 'cause
Goff-
he scored the touchdown to win the game.
Legend.
Jared
23
Goff
carries,
has-
59 yards. Talk about
Jets-
elite guys.
Jets Twitter was saying, "Goodbye, sweet prince" to Trevor Lawrence.
Why
Jared
did they-
Goff,
Why
Jared-
They started
many
a
Jets
Sean
fans
McVay
bought
hate thread.
custom fucking Trevor Lawrence jerseys. So
they were so ready for him to come?
Jared Goff has 20 touchdowns and 12 picks this season. I'm sorry, that's not very good. And considering that he has 2 elite receivers, he has
Yeah.
other good. He's got Reynolds. Obviously, we're talking about Cup and Woods. He's got Higbee. He's got Everett. They have a running game. They have an O line. There is nothing, and a great coach who can play call. He has no excuse not to be a monster, and he is just like average at best. He is
Sign
literally.
Cam Newton.
There's so many teams. There's multiple teams in the league right now. There are some teams that have a quarterback that needs to be freed, Deshaun, Matt Stafford, and then there are so many teams that are just being held back by the lack of a quarterback. The 49ers, the Bears, and now the Rams. Goff is not good. And now let's think about this now.
I don't know.
2015, the top 2 picks were Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota. The next year, it was Goff and Wentz. That's 2 years in a row. Those were supposed to be 4 quarterbacks who were supposed to
They were
be
gonna be
franchise
elite.
guys. They
Franchise
all aren't very
quarterbacks.
good, or they suck. Sorry, Jameis.
Well, I'm
Cam.
the Jameis is the one you're saying sorry to. I mean, the
Or maybe
the
Marcus,
Eagles.
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
Andrew will agree
Or
with me.
Carson.
That the Eagles have pissed away Carson Wentz's career.
he's
thus
fucking
far.
done. He's done.
Yeah.
At least the
And
Eagles.
it's not even necessarily his fault because he did a lot at the beginning of his career with nothing.
Yeah, and especially
Who's the best
last
receiver he's ever had? Nelson Aguilar.
year. Alshon Jeffrey probably.
Alshon
Alshon
Jeffrey.
In that
And
Super Bowl
then
year, they did have a
Goff.
phenomenal weapons.
Goff just has an excellent coach, and when Goff is basically like
They should have
he's
picked Wentz.
like I don't know. He's like the bishop in chess. So like
I
he
don't.
can do one thing, and if the person controlling him can do that one thing really well, then he's really
Then he's
useful.
good.
But if he
Yeah.
can't, then he's fucking
If
awful.
I'm the Rams, I just use him as a game manager. Stop trying to spread the ball out with him.
I
Just
mean,
keep
that's what he
running it.
is. He's just.
But no, but
Yeah,
Goff-
but then you're
Goff's
just
pretty good.
you're
McVay is
wasting
trying
your
to
2
make
really
him
good wide receivers.
elite.
I'm still
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
still here on the Goff hasn't sold yet
He sucks.
train. I think that he's fine. He's not gonna win.
I
you-
mean, I don't think he's great. I
Also,
was
he's
honestly probably the
declined as
highest
well.
on the Rams out of all 3 of us.
He's
But-
declined.
He I mean,
was really
obviously
great in the
this
Super Bowl
game was
year.
very not good, but he needs to perform. I think
the
I still
scary
have hope
thing
for
is
him.
It's
that-
not like it's
more
the
hope
opposite of
than
Wentz
any of
because
the other
Wentz
guys.
played terrible, but at least there's many excuses for him. There's literally no excuses for Jared Goff not to be balling.
No, but see, you say there are excuses, which I agree. Obviously, the situation he was in Philadelphia was a very bad one. But look how Jalen Hurts is playing.
Well, that's
And he's
that's
a
because
rookie.
Jalen Hurts can improvise because Wentz is a terrible offensive line.
Well, that has nothing to do with Goff, though.
We're talking about how I
We're
was talking about how
comparing-
Wentz versus Jalen Hurts, about how that's not really a great comparison.
Carson
if
Wentz
Wentz
has
was in,
excuse, but not as much as people say he does, because Hurts is literally
No, I didn't think
tearing it up.
that Wentz.
I mean, if
was
Wentz
very
went
good.
1, then the Rams probably have a Super Bowl.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
all right. They actually they were playing the
you're
Rams
right.
in the game that he got hurt, which is funny. But
Yeah.
Well, the Rams. I still think though, despite all of this, Goff. I don't think he's like Cam Newton. I still think he can probably have a good game.
Yep.
And they have a good running game. They have almost everything on their team. Even though they lost a stupid game, I still honestly think they could go to the Super Bowl. But
I do too.
Me too.
all right. Well,
But the scary
they gotta win this
thing
week. Though. They gotta
is
gotta
that-
win this week though. They have to win this week.
The really
Yeah.
scary thing is that Sean McVay just legitimately got outcoached by Adam Gase.
Oh my God, Adam Gase.
That's
That's
terrible.
terrifying because neither team played particularly well. So when it's at that point, it's a coaching battle.
Yeah.
And if you lose to Adam Gase, that's bad.
All right. What's the next game, Nick?
Yeah, next game. Chiefs versus Saints. Chiefs get the
Oh, there's a
W
little
32-29.
Yeah. Breeze he had a good second half, but the first half he looked
First half he was terrible.
terrible.
Yep.
He was uncharacteristically inaccurate. He was 15
That was
34.
he was like what 0 for 6 with a pick at one
over
point?
6 to start the game.
Wait, didn't he go for like 2 for 13 at one point?
I think so. At one point he was 7 of 24, which is I think
Oh,
he did
God.
light it up a little bit in the second
Threw
half.
under 50%.
He had
under
a tough,
33%.
He had a bit of a tough game. Well, at that
Oh,
point,
you mean the
yeah.
whole game, actually.
Whole
Yeah,
game.
sorry.
Even though he did throw 3 touchdowns, but it was kind of not garbage time, but like he didn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to. The thing about Breeze is that there's nothing. It's not against him, but it's against him right now. Is the fact that he's certainly still injured, at least a little bit, and he's
Probably.
40 years old and he can't throw deep. So there's just not really much.
He shouldn't be playing.
Their
anymore.
offense
That's
is
the
a
thing.
little bit one-dimensional because they really don't have any deep threats. Like
He
with Breeze at
really,
quarterback.
really wants another ring. He shouldn't even be back this year. Let's be honest. But he really wants.
I mean, it's
that
not like
ring.
he's been terrible.
Yeah, he's
No,
still
he's been serviceable.
He's
but, like,
accurate to 20 yards.
if I was gonna pick Phillip Rivers or Drew Brees right now,
I'd probably go.
that's a
Rivers.
pretty
I'd
close
go
conversation.
Rivers. I'd go
It's
Rivers.
close.
I'd pick
close.
Rivers.
And now they don't have Thomas. Hopefully he's healthy because they need him because he can make plays on the short
Yeah.
balls. But
And
I don't
as
know-
for
I don't know if
the
Emmanuel
Chiefs,
Sanders can. Oh,
as for the Chiefs, you have Clyde Edwards-Helaire who got a high ankle
yeah,
sprain.
he's probably out at least until the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah, I think. Well, it's going to be very important that they get that bye week for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will. They're
Not that they're
Yeah.
not going to win without him, but
They play Atlanta
Yeah,
this week or the
facts.
Chargers. They play Atlanta. They're beating Atlanta.
yeah,
Come on.
they're fine. They play Atlanta, and
And then they clinch. And they still have Le'Veon,
Tyreek
but I think-
also didn't practice today. Not
Yeah.
sure what that.
He's
means,
always
but-
he gets injured literally every single game. Is that
Yeah,
just
I
me?
know.
Every game he I hurt my hamstring. I'm gonna hobble to the sidelines. and
Oh
he's back
no!
out
Now
there
let me
chilling.
just go run a 4.22.
Yeah. And then Travis Kelce playing well. And then Mahomes had an insane touchdown to McCole Hardman. Which
Yeah, oh
I didn't
my-
even think
what
was
a catch.
touchdown. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait a second,
Catch.
what? And then they showed the replay and I'm like, how is this even possible? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mahomes, he was really good. He didn't have a good second quarter. That was pretty much it. But yeah. And the MVP race is still up in the air, even up this late into the season.
Yeah.
Mahomes
Yeah.
has more yards, more wins. And Mahomes has really no bad games this year. He did have that game against Miami with the 3 picks, but they won. Against
Yeah.
Tampa Bay earlier this season, he started the game good. He threw 2 interceptions in a row, and then he threw 60 yards through the rest of the game, basically through 2.5 quarters. He completely
Damn.
imploded. And he basically imploded this week too. Put that on him.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but it is something to note that he has had meltdowns this year. Mahomes really hasn't. So it's still going to come down to it. And Mahomes has obviously an extremely easy schedule. We'll see if he rests week 17. That could honestly decide it. But right now, Rodgers still has the better touchdown interception ratio. But
It'll be close. I'm rooting for. I don't really care honestly who wins. They're both good.
I hope. I don't know. I don't care either. Yeah. It'll be,
Yeah. See, I
kinda
was about
want
to say
Rodgers.
I was about to pick one, but then now I just realized
I would
don't
pick
care.
Rodgers if I had to.
right now, I
Not,
would.
not
but
for like
we'll
who
see.
Yeah.
I think for, but who I would want to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Anyway.
mean, Mahomes is better, but Rodgers is having an unbelievable season.
Yeah. All right, next we got the Browns and the Giants. Browns get the
I better
W
watch
26. Very uneventful game.
I needed Nick Chubb to get me 26. Unfortunately, he did not do it.
He
got
just needed
16.
double what he got, right? I mean, he needed 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. He got 50
Yeah,
and
50 and a touchdown. Yep, the Browns. I still don't think they've clinched yet the playoffs, but you know what?
They're
Props to
looking-
Baker. We don't talk about him that much on this
Props to Baker.
podcast, to be honest, but he's pretty damn solid as a game, at least a game manager and more. He's basically like a
props
worse
to
Russell
Colt
Wilson.
McCoy for not throwing a
Play?
pick.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice.
Proud of him.
I barely watched
Rip
this
Colt
game.
I text this
McCoy,
guy,
honestly.
yeah.
Didn't they score 3 points?
They scored 6 points.
6.
Oh wow, big difference. Yeah, the
Nick
Giants.
Folk.
I thought the Giants might actually have
Not
a
Nick
chance
Folk,
to
Graham
make the
Goodell.
playoffs. Giants might actually have a chance to make the playoffs. James Bradbury did make the Pro Bowl, which was good to see. But
Yeah. Did Jabril Peppers
Nice.
also? He's been good
I
this year.
don't think so.
I don't think so.
But maybe he probably.
Dion
fun
Lewis
fact
getting
about
in
the
the
Pro
game.
Bowl.
Elite, 1 rush,
Fun
4
fact-
yards.
Let's go. Fun fact about the Pro Bowl: both of the Pro Bowl tight ends went to college in the Northeast. Kyle Juszczyk went to Harvard, and Patrick Reichard went to Maine.
Fullback. Yeah. But who's a tight end? Oh, why did Evan Ingram make it over Robert Tonyan?
Oh, that was terrible. That
What
was
the hell?
stupid.
They have the
That
same
was
amount of
stupid.
they have the same amount of receiving yards, but
Big
Tonyan
Bob.
has 8 touchdowns and Ingram has 1. He has 500 yards and 1 touchdown. That's not a Pro Bowler. Are you kidding me? He doesn't
Big
block
Bob
either. What the
Tonyan
fuck?
He's gonna get a
I don't
touchdown.
think he's trash, but
He's gonna get a touchdown this week.
unbelievable. But
Because Rutgers
yeah.
went to Pat McAfee.
The Giants, again, this team could still make the playoffs. They play, who do they play this week? Oh, I think they play the Ravens. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and then the last week they play
Dallas, I think, right?
Dallas,
Yeah,
yep.
Dallas. So this,
Come
again,
on, we done boys, please win out. We can
any
do
team
it.
could make it right now. This is fucking stupid.
Well, actually, no. I want the Washington football team to make it just so they don't take a
I
quarterback.
hope they do.
I still have
Washington
hope
makes
that
it.
we'll draft a quarterback.
Yeah. All right.
Cody Haskins.
All right. Then what? Oh yeah. Then the Monday night game.
Last game,
Oh yeah.
rip the Steelers, 27-17.
All right.
The Bengals win.
I want.
Big
I was
Ben
thinking.
search history.
I was thinking about this earlier, but just before we filmed this, when I was writing down the picks. This has got to be one of the worst collapses, especially if they lose this week to
It's
the
so
Colts
bad.
of
Yeah.
all time.
This
the
is
only one I
worse
can
than the
think of.
2019 Patriots at this
Oh,
point.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
What was I thinking about? Which was a really okay. There's a couple that come to mind. The 2015 Patriots, which we actually talked about earlier, is a really bad collapse because we were 10-0, almost they were 11-0, and we finished 12-4. We lost
that
to
team.
Denver in
I don't
overtime.
like that team, but
Then we
I'm sad.
lost to the Eagles after being up 14-0. They scored 35 unanswered. Brady threw a 99 pick 6 to Malcolm Jenkins. They beat Tennessee and they beat, I think it was Houston. But then we lost to the Jets in that stupid Slater
Yep.
shit. And then we lost to the fucking Dolphins in week 17. I don't understand why. And then the Broncos got the 1 seed because they beat the Chargers. Well, Osweiler got hurt. They actually put Peyton back into the game. The rest is history. And that might have cost us the Super Bowl, to be completely honest.
We would have won that damn Super Bowl.
Let me think about
Oh my
other.
God.
The in 2003, the Vikings were 9-3, and they had this coach named Mike Tice. That was of the Randy rules. 40% of the targets were supposed to go to Randy Moss that year. They were good, and then they blew 4 games in a row, including the last game to the 3-12 Arizona Cardinals with I think it was Josh McCown. might have
McCown. I
actually
remember
been the
that.
quarterback.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't-
Oh,
John Nate
Back in the
Poole
end
caught
zone
the touchdown. This
Cardinals.
is a terrible game that had nothing to play for. Won. Minnesota was eliminated. The Packers made the playoffs. So, but this fucking Steelers team, 11-0.
how
You
do
lose
you
to
lose to
Washington.
Burless
You
Bengals?
lose to
Like,
Washington.
what?
They're not very good, but okay. You lose to a very good Buffalo team.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Dude,
This
Ryan
Bengals
Finley
team-
threw for 89 yards. He threw the ball 13
27
times.
They
points?
gave up 30 points to
We
Dallas.
literally said last week. We said last week, no way the Bengals score 14 points this game. No way.
Dallas gave up. The Bengals gave up 30 points to Dallas. All right.
Their quarterback went 7 for 13, and they still
Yeah.
won the game.
89
Ryan
yards.
Finley. I didn't even know who it was playing quarterback. I thought it was Brandon Allen until like a
So he tore his ACL or something. He didn't actually tear his ACL. He was
What
hurt
the
though.
fuck? It's because, and obviously we have to cover this briefly, because Juju's out there, dancing like a dumbass.
Corvette,
He got
Corvette.
absolutely rocked by Von Bell.
I love it. I don't even want him in New England anymore, honestly. His
No, I
value
never
has
wanted him
dropped
because he's been a
significantly.
fraud ever since AB left.
Oh,
he can't
hasn't
be a
had
number
single
one
100
wide receiver.
He hasn't had a single 100-yard game since AB.
Yeah,
left.
he's
not a number
terrible.
one. He wanted it, and guess
Not
what?
terrible, but
I'll give it. AB has had a terrible 2 years or whatever in public eye, but he was right about that. Juju is not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think we came in last week saying, the Steelers might not be as good as as people thought, even though
they're washed.
I mean, I kind of called everybody out and said I told you.
But no one could expect this offense.
I didn't even expect this.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, they don't have much of a running game. I'm sorry, but Benny Snell, I don't think is the answer at running back.
Yeah, no.
They got to get James Conner back and just try to ground and pound. In their defense, I'll give them some credit. They have had a lot of injuries on the defensive side of the ball, but
Big Ben is a wilting tree.
Big Ben has so many weapons. And he said that he's not retiring. He said he's not retiring, so that's another $41 million on the Steelers' payroll.
Why would you want him back?
They need to win this week. If they want any chance of having any momentum going into the playoffs, they have to win this week. And again, I forgot to say this, but the Browns now actually have a realistic chance to win the division. They play the Jets this week. If they win, even if the Steelers lose and the Browns win, Week 17 is a divisional championship game. So we'll see.
Yeah, Juju's.
Shout out to everybody who thought Big Ben was going to be good this year. Literally, you were all so wrong.
Yeah,
he honestly was better at first, at least I expected.
I know. We all were like, "Oh, we spoke too soon." No, we didn't. We totally didn't.
No,
his numbers are.
We called it.
His numbers are better than I thought.
That's confirmed.
Yeah. Well, he also has maybe one of the best weapon sets in the NFL.
Broth.
He has 30 touchdowns and 10 picks, so it looks a little better than it actually is. But yeah,
I mean, at the
same
time, I think Jacoby Brissett wouldn't be too far behind statistically if he had the Steelers' offense.
No, their offense is. They have as many receivers as you need, and he's just
they have Claypool, Deontay Johnson,
Washington, and Juju.
Jalen Samuels also.
Eric Ebron, who did get hurt, but
they have like 3 legitimate, like decent running backs.
A good O-line.
And the thing we hyped up the most was their defense. How do you give up 27 points to the Bengals?
That reminds me.
Burrow.
The interception by the Bengals, dude, Alexander. He started high-stepping from like the 50. He was like... Oh my goodness! Yeah, well,
Von Bell is now
I hate
best
the
player
Steelers.
All
right, I'm happy to see
Juju's
Nate
Robinson tribute act was highly appreciated.
Yeah. All right. What's the next?
And the Bengals. Actually, it doesn't even matter because they're not going to take a quarterback anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all the games, boys. Now we will move into a quick fantasy update, and then we've got the questions from the Nosebleeds. We will be going into it. All right, we are back. We have got the fantasy update from last week. Going into it, Donis and I were playing for the second week in a row. I couldn't come back. I lost 329.4 to 264.18. I move on to the third place game to take on, drumroll, Pietro, because he lost to Chandler. 293 to 236. Chandler, I hope you lose in the finals. Sorry.
I'm probably going to, but the fact that I made it with no Christian McCaffrey
get
just
fleeced.
proves that I'm the best. Hey, how'd that work out for you, Nick?
Hey,
Who are you playing this week? Who are you playing this week, Nick?
Pietro.
Who are you playing this week?
I'm going to win.
In what game?
But that doesn't matter. We're not talking about the season. We're talking about who won the trade.
Nick, if we played this week, who would have won? If we played if you had been the 3 seed and I've been the 2 seed, who would have won? Would have been me by 30. Yeah,
that's it.
Oh yeah.
And then I fucking lost. If you just want to cover that too.
I cannot believe Chris.
Yeah, Stuart
Chris
lost.
Got that
why does this happen to me?
Stuart, you're 4-9. What the hell happened to you? I feel like
my team isn't good. Clearly,
this team's not
going
good.
to be down to the wire.
Yeah.
Monopoly Man
I started
has
Brady.
Indeed been busted because his crime ring is very much over.
Yeah, we've been arrested.
Tax fraud.
John Gotti. We can no longer run.
Johnny, you owe me $200,000 and a pool.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Okay.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Do I play someone this week or is it?
Yeah, you do. You play Chris again this week.
Big rematch.
Big competition.
Is this
big rematch.
Is this another 2-week thing or is it 1 week?
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Oh my god.
Week 17 is gonna be stupid.
I think I'm gonna start putting just nobody in there. All right.
Hey, imagine I lose. That would be sad. Anyway, I'm projected to win right now, 131.8 to 115.7.
Edited my team.
Chandler is projected to lose 116.6 to 145.4.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't edited his team. But anyway,
it's not gonna be much better.
Team Donis in the chat and then Team Nick in the chat too.
Team Donis or Team Donis though?
Oh wait,
Donis.
actually it might be. It actually is gonna be a lot better. Hold on. Look at it.
I just took screenshots.
Isn't playing. Look at it now. What is it
just
now?
Tell me.
It's 131.3 to 145.
Damn, that's still pretty good advantage for Donis. Yeah. You never know, though. You never know.
Come on, Donis. Kill him. Anyway, now we've got the final segment of the day. questions from
Wait,
the
wait,
nosebleeds.
Not true.
Not true,
Predictions.
but yeah. It's
Well-
okay. It's okay. Let's just move on.
Time for
Nick really got
time for
knocked out
questions
of
from
the playoffs and
nosebleeds.
isn't feeling
All
himself
right.
anymore.
How many questions do we have?
We actually have like 5.
You
But
fucking
some of them
kidding
are
me?
quick. Some of them
Let's
are
go,
quick.
people.
Here we go.
Um,
We're here. Okay, let's dive into it. We got 3 questions from Ethan and 2 questions from Jack. Thank you for pointing in those questions, guys. First
Yeah.
question we got from Ethan.
Thank you.
He says, "What the f are the Jets doing?"
Selling their future. That's it.
They will be the first team to be in a major market to actually have to relocate because nobody gives a flying fuck about them anymore.
I mean, that's honestly very possible.
They
It's not gonna
suck.
happen, of course,
They're gonna
but-
get Justin Fields, who's gonna be. Well, I don't think he's going to be, but just based on their luck, he's gonna be Dwayne
He's gonna
Haskins
shuffle in the
2.0. They're gonna suck.
I think
They're
they'd
gonna-
probably go for Zach Wilson
They'll
over him,
keep-
honestly.
See, I have a theory. What if they trade their second overall pick because they don't want Justin Fields and we get him?
Okay,
Dude, that would
I
be.
agree
well,
with the first.
I would want us
The
to pick
first
Zach
part
Wilson.
might happen. I don't. I
Not
honestly
to
could
us.
see them. I can honestly see them trading to get value.
I could too, definitely.
Yeah.
but not
But
to
it's
us.
not going to be to 1, a division rival, and 2, Belichick will not do that. So we don't
Come on,
trade
Bill.
up in drafts.
Bill.
But yeah, what are the Jets doing? Nothing good. That's basically
Yeah.
in the short thing. I mean, you never know. Maybe
They're doing the
fucking
most Jets thing they could
Patriots.
possibly
Maybe
do.
the Jags win a game, and then the Jets win another game. And the Jets win another game. So just to spite the fans even more. But yeah.
Yeah. Imagine they don't even get number 2. That would suck. Anyway,
The Jags
That's a good
win
thing.
this week, and then the Jets win next week against us, just to lose.
Maybe the most
The
Jet
first
thing.
pick.
I hope they beat us.
Belichick,
Please, go
40
Jets.
All right.
Anyway.
Jets, Jets.
I will be rooting
hate
against
that chant.
them in the actual game, but
I will
after-
be rooting for them. Unless Stidham starts. If Stidham starts, I will be cheering for the Patriots. If not, lose. Anyway, let's go. Next question from Ethan. More dangerous 7th seed. We got the Ravens or the Dolphins. Who's more dangerous? I say the Ravens easily.
I lean
Yeah.
towards the Ravens, but they're both good teams.
They're both good teams. but
I
I'm
think
gonna
the
have to say
Dolphins are
Ravens.
good.
I kind
Partly
of wish
because
there
I'm
was
salty.
an 18 playoff thing because
I know, yeah.
these
'Cause I want to see the Dolphins in the
Dolphins
playoffs. They're good.
would, yeah, they just need to be healthy. I guess it's all going to come down to week 17 for the Dolphins.
Yeah, it is.
Because the Ravens have the Giants and the Bengals. They're probably going to win those games.
Yeah.
Unless the
And
Bengals
Dolphins
reign of
have-
terror
dangerous.
continues.
The Dolphins have the Raiders this week, who I think they'll win, but it's not guaranteed. And then they
Yeah.
have the Bills, who we don't know if they'll be resting or not.
Yeah, exactly.
So they
That's
might.
key.
They honestly might be. If Pittsburgh loses this week and Buffalo wins, probably will this week. So it's going to come down to that. I mean, to be honest, no offense, Ethan, but I hope to see Baltimore because I don't like Miami.
Yeah, me
but,
too.
you know, and also I think they're better.
I like Miami better than Baltimore, so I would rather.
I
see
guess
Miami.
in theory the Colts could actually miss the playoffs still if they were to lose out.
That would
but
suck.
it'd be hilarious. But
that would
yeah.
be so funny.
I don't
Hey,
want
Baltimore!
that at all.
Baltimore brought on deflate.
Why? You'd rather watch Philip Rivers in a playoff game than Lamar or Tua?
I just want to be right about something.
Damn.
I just
Well, you're not gonna
please,
be.
give me one thing.
No,
Stidham, just start a game and win. Beat the Jets, please.
dude. If he loses to the Jets, that's literally.
Please. If
you
he
look
loses
like
to
the
the Jets,
stupidest person.
that would be
Yeah.
bad.
All right.
But anyway,
what's the
next
next
question. Ethan asks, what are some of Carson Wentz's trade destinations? I would say Colts. Maybe the 49ers are in the race now.
Yeah. I think it's a good-
I'm gonna
There
modify
was
the
another team I was
question
thinking of.
slightly and say it's not gonna be a trade destination because no team is going to want to take on that kind of. Or they're not gonna like. It's
No,
gonna be after. I looked into the money a bit after. It's going to be after May 1st, which is when the next set of financial rules comes in, and it's going to be probably going to be a cut if anything, because
Damn.
Unless this is kind of like what the Texans did with Osweiler. They traded him to the Browns and a second round pick so they could
Yeah.
incentivize them to take on the contract. So who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe the Eagles give up a second or even potentially a first just to have enough money in
Dude,
March
there's no
for
way they're
free
giving up their
agency.
first. It's going to be like pick 7.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, a second.
Yeah.
Maybe a team wants to take that on Probably
I'd
not.
take
But
that.
I would
that
take
in a
it.
heartbeat.
a second
Give us pick 40. And
I think it's a
Carson.
real possibility that actually happens because if they don't do that, they release him on May 1st. All the free
And he
agents.
gets a new contract.
Yeah, and all the free agents will have already been signed. So
Imagine the Patriots get him.
The Eagles
Yeah,
have
it's
no
possible.
money to spend
That'd be
right
awesome.
now with Wentz. So they need to somehow get rid of that. If they want any chance of signing players, they need to get rid of that contract before whatever free agency starts, March.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. 49ers, Colts, maybe if Rivers. I mean, Rivers is most likely retiring.
Patriots.
So
Patriots, maybe.
Patriots. That would be awesome if we get him traded to us.
That would be like the most Bill
I'm going to
Belichick thing
implement
to
that.
do. That would be like the most Bill Belichick thing.
That would be great. Because then we would get another pick to add weapons.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't.
That would be
want
really
Jimmy G.
savvy, Bill. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Do that.
Yeah. All right.
Please,
Well,
Howie
He's
Roseman.
watching. Anyway,
Teams that need a quarterback, maybe even the Bears.
Maybe the Broncos.
Oh yeah, the
Broncos.
Bears.
I could see the Broncos. Yeah.
But the Bears don't have the money.
That's
yeah.
true.
Right. They're really
They
tied
do.
down right now. Yeah. They'd have
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
All right. Then actually, I misread. We actually only have one more question. It's from Jack, who asks, "Do you believe the Steelers will lose out, including the playoffs?"
Who did they play last week?
It is
Let's see.
entirely possible.
Colts
They play the
this
Colts,
week.
Browns.
And then I think
I think they do. And then you know what? Yeah, fuck it. They lose all their games.
Yeah.
They're dead.
Okay, so if they do that, if they lose these next two games and the Browns win out, then the Browns will win the division. Then the
I want to do a
Steelers
little.
will be the
Matt
fifth
Flores,
seed.
the
The
coach of the
Steelers
year.
will be the fifth seed, and they'll play whoever's 4, probably Tennessee, right?
Yes,
Four-
most likely.
Yeah.
Tennessee, yeah, because
And
Cleveland
Derrick
Or
Henry-
Indianapolis.
100
Yeah, or
yards.
Indy. Cleveland would have the tiebreaker over
Yeah.
Tennessee because they beat them. So it would probably be Tennessee. They did.
Also,
they also
I
played
wanna
earlier
say
this year, and the Titans
About the
actually-
fade this week, this is a little bit of a look forward, but the Colts are playing the Steelers. The line's, I think, 1.5.
1.5. Yeah.
And 99% of people have picked the Colts this week.
Jesus.
Good.
99% of bets are the Colts.
Is in favor of the Steelers?
Colts, dumbass.
Colts are favored by 1.5.
Oh, okay.
But 99% is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've never seen it. Yeah.
Good.
know.
I hate the
Never seen
Steelers.
anything like
Oh,
that.
and then I didn't really notice this, but the Jets is the 5th largest upset of all time in NFL
Yep,
history.
and,
Yeah.
three of
The
the
line
five
was
are-
14,
yeah.
right?
17.
Oh,
yeah. And 3 of the 5 biggest upsets, the Jets were the team.
The
in
Jets.
upset.
Yeah. All right.
all right. That's all the questions. Now let's dive into the predictions. Stuart, educate us. How did we do last week?
So Chandler went 9-7. Me and Nick picked all the exact same games, so we both went 8-8.
I got to make some bold picks this week.
It was honestly, it was a pretty good week. We usually don't do that good collectively, but we didn't do
Yeah.
that bad. So now Chandler's 91-88, Nick's 88-91, I'm 83-96. So it's not looking good for me, but it's still up in play for Chandler and Nick. And maybe I could catch Nick, probably not. But
Answer it good, yeah.
I got to make some bold picks. All right.
yourself.
Here we go. Dang. Call me
All right.
KYS. All right. Go
All
ahead.
right. Oh yeah. So I think this is on. Is this Friday or Saturday? I don't know.
Friday.
I'm just thinking.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday night
Christmas.
football.
Christmas
Football. Vikings at Saints. I kind of want to pick the Vikings just because they always fucking lose, but I'm picking the Saints.
I'm also going to pick the Saints.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Saints. Wait, what's the line?
Oh, sorry, 7.
Doesn't even matter.
Yeah, Saints.
All right, Buccaneers at Lions. The Buccaneers are favored by 9.5. I'm taking the Bucs.
Yeah, give me the Bucs.
Give me the Bucks.
Lions are
Lions
imploding.
are very, very bad at football right now.
I don't know why I wrote the whole
Facts.
Buccaneer. I can just write Bucks. All right, 49ers at Cardinals. The Cardinals are favored by 5. That's a
Give me
little
the
low.
Cards.
Yeah,
Cardinals. This is bad.
Niners have looked terrible the last few weeks. I don't really see why.
And they're starting
5.
CJ Beathard this week.
Also, the 49ers cannot escape Arizona because they're playing their home games.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
They basically still have home field.
It's not really a home game, but Dolphins at Raiders. Well, the Cardinals do have fans, but Dolphins at Raiders. The Dolphins are favored by 3. I'm taking the
Give me the
Dolphins.
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 Fins up, right, Nick?
Let's go.
They need to win these games. They need to win this. Or they're screwed. Well, not screwed, but all right. Bears at Jags. The Bears are favored by 7. I feel like it should be higher.
91% of the money is on the Jags. I'm going to go with the
Really?
Bears, but 91% of the money is on the Jags.
Really? What?
Bears are favored by 7.
It should be like 10.
Yeah, because nobody thinks that the Bears should be a 7-point favor on any team. But I'm still picking
Oh.
the Bears.
Yeah, and the
The
Jags
Bears
have
did
made
me
it
good
interesting.
last week. They're doing me good this week.
Nick, did you pick the Bears? I already wrote them,
Ugh.
so.
I'm looking through the games because I need to make some bold picks.
You could just save it till next week also. If you
And
and
also,
I
there's
tie-
still
Yeah,
one,
give me the
2, 3,
Bears.
4,
Give me the
5,
Bears.
6, 7, 8,
I
9,
bet
10,
because if
11,
you and I
12.
last
tied
week and
week
I
17,
failed.
anything's possible in the last week because of rest.
Anything's
games.
possible.
All right.
Anything's possible.
Bengals at Texans. The Texans are favored by 8.5. I'm still taking the Texans, even though they're not that good. The Bengals are horrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the
Putting it-
same. Give me the
I'm not
Texans.
I'm not putting any stock into their win over the Steelers.
Yeah, give me the Texans.
They'll probably win by 2 now. All right, Browns at Jets. The Browns are favored by 9.5. I'm taking the Browns.
Yeah, give me the Browns.
Give me the Browns.
Damn, I got the Browns. Uh-huh.
Oh.
All right, Colts at Steelers. As we've spoken about this, the Colts are favored by 1.5.
I'm in the
Colts.
99%. Give me the Colts.
Taking the Colts, baby. I hope the Steelers lose out. Like the chat guys. All right,
Same.
Falcons at Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored by 10.5. Taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. The Chiefs have been 7-7 against the spread this year, but also Julio is not looking likely to play.
All right, Giants at Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 11. It's a little high.
That's a little high. I'm still taking the Ravens.
Yeah, me too. Nick, you might want to take the Giants on this one. Just, give yourself a chance.
Ooh.
But the
Well, I
problem
don't know.
is
There
you
might-
don't want to be wrong.
Here, there's a game here that I think I know.
No, give me the Ravens. I
Okay.
can't.
There's at
Not
least
yet.
one game I think you guys will. All right. Broncos at Chargers. Chargers are by 3.
Broncos Chargers, you said?
Yeah, Chargers are favored by 3.
Oh, yeah.
Give me the Chargers.
What is it? I think it's like 89% of the money's on the Chargers right now.
Give me the Chargers.
I'm also taking the Chargers.
After that win against
Drew Lock
Oakland-
looks terrible at football right now.
Give me the
Nick.
Chargers. I
right.
can't. I can't go against
All
it.
right. Panthers at Washington. Dwayne Haskins.
I have a good
Washington is-
stat about this.
Washington is favored by 2.5. I was honestly kind of thinking of taking the Panthers just because
Is Teddy
Haskins is
playing?
ass.
Yes,
think
he
so.
is.
Fuck it, I'm taking the Panthers.
Okay, who are you taking, Nick? Because I have an interesting stat that I don't want to influence.
I want to
your
pick whatever
prediction.
you don't pick.
Well, I'm not gonna. Well, no, I'm not. No, you go first.
All right, give me the
I already
Panthers.
have it written down. What?
Give me the Panthers.
Okay, I'm also taking the Panthers because
Damn it.
against the spread, Teddy Bridgewater is 14-1 against teams averaging. Their defense is averaging 22 or less points allowed.
And this is
14-1.
basket case Haskins. He's terrible and he's at the club all day.
As much
so
as I love
Yeah.
Booty Haskins, I'm going with Teddy
All
Two
right.
Gloves.
I think you'll disagree on this one at least, hopefully. Eagles at Cowboys. The Eagles
Yeah.
are favored by 2. I'm taking the
this
Eagles.
is so tough. This is like the one that I legitimately don't know what to pick.
Oh,
taking the Eagles.
no.
Because the
We
Cowboys
them
are
boys.
kind of hitting a stride
Give
right
me the
now.
boys.
Okay,
I
I'm taking the
can't.
Eagles then. I'm taking the
Give me the
Eagles.
boys.
All right, I take the Eagles still.
Please.
All right,
Dallas. On the city of Dallas.
this is another one.
Win this
I don't
one.
know
They
if
don't,
you'll
they
disagree,
don't
but
actually play in Dallas.
These
so
these are
it's
two
your fault.
games. Yeah, they play in Arlington. Rams
I just
at
meant the fan
Seahawks.
base.
Rams at Seahawks. The Seahawks are favored by 1.5.
Give me the
I'm
Rams.
taking the Rams.
Give me the Seahawks.
All
Gotta
right, there we
take
go.
them. Give me the Seahawks.
There you go.
I think the Rams will be fired up. And
This could
one.
screw me over.
there's no
week.
fucking
but
way
it
that
could save you.
Russ might struggle against this defense. Titans at Packers. Packers by 3.
Give me the Titans.
Wow.
I'm kind of thinking about taking them too.
I'm thinking about taking the Packers, but I'm not sure.
I'm gonna take.
Damn it.
I'm taking the fucking Titans, dude.
See, because Rodgers is gonna throw
This
all over the Titans, but also Derek.
I feel like
Henry's
I'm just
gonna run
sleeping
all
on
over.
Rodgers just because he did bad last
the
week.
Titans occasionally will play well defensively. I just have a feeling. And if Derrick Henry in December, they need to get this win.
Ooh, it is
No.
Derrick Henry in December.
No,
Yeah, I
but
have to
I
go.
don't
I'm
know
gonna
if
go
I
with the
want-
Titans.
I don't know if
Go
I
with
want to
the
go
Titans.
against Rodgers now.
He played terrible last week. Come on.
Dude, I can't
Yeah,
go
but
against
he's
Derrick
not-
Henry. This is a tough one. Wait, come back to this one. Come
All
back.
right, all
to
right,
this
all
one.
right. There's,
Yeah,
there's
come
only
back
one
to
other game. Bills at Patriots. Bills favored by 7.
Bills,
I'm taking the
Bills.
Give me the Bills.
Unless
Give me
it's
the
Dan
Bills.
starts.
99, yeah.
Nah, I'm picking the Bills anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even read
All
me
right,
the
all
line.
right. Come back to this. It's 7, but yeah.
Packers,
high.
Titans. This is a game that if you're
I'm
actually putting
taking
money
the
on this, you
Titans-
should stay away from this.
Stay
game.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Titans.
This game and the Chiefs Falcons.
And I'd
stay
stay
away
away
from
from
that
Colts
game.
Steelers too. Just or actually maybe
And-
not.
No, don't stay away from that game.
No, I wouldn't. I would stay away from probably Bears, Jags. just
Dude, I'm
'cause
gonna
of the
I'm gonna bet
two-
so much money in,
And pr-
in
and probably-
college.
Probably Bengals. Well, it's still not legal here.
Hey,
Yeah, you got to be 21.
who says
No,
it
it's
all-
still not legal for anyone here.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Probably
Anyway,
will be. It probably will be within. a
Chandler,
year or
who are you
two.
going? I'm giving you the floor.
So I wrote down Packers was my first thought, but now I'm thinking the Titans. But it's Derrick Henry in December.
But you know,
My,
he did have that
my
one
fantasy
game.
team wants me to pick the Titans.
I don't know.
Can y'all just pick? I'm trying to watch the Celtics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fine.
no.
I'm picking the Packers. Big
Give me
Bob
the
Bunyan with
Titans.
2 touchdowns.
Give me the Titans. Give me the
Okay,
Titans.
so if I'm wrong on all 3 that we disagree on, we're tied.
Oh, that would be great.
All right. Okay.
All right.
We're
That's
here
it. What
for
an
the
intense end to the episode.
Yeah, that was good.
what an intense end.
Thank you, everybody, so much for
Big
watching. Cheer for the Titans this week. Cheer for the Seahawks this week, and cheer for the Cowboys. We are boys.
Yeah.
And don't cheer
Guys.
for the Patriots.
Don't cheer for the Patriots unless Stidham's in. Here we go, guys. Thank you, everybody,
Then
for
especially
watching.
don't.
We'll see you back here next week for the last weekly recap.
Oh
Then
yeah.
we'll dive into playoffs.
I am happy
So-
holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody. If you're celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas. If not, happy holidays, whatever other holidays you're celebrating. We'll probably be back
Happy
before New
retrospective
Year's next
Hanukkah.
week. Happy
That's right.
retrospective Hanukkah.
It did end.
We'll
yeah.
see you back next week.
Kwanzaa if you celebrate.
Peace out, everybody. Yeah, happy Kwanzaa if you're celebrating. Have a happy holidays. We'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody, for watching.